Here, Ian Watling, who came to the island from London more than 30 years ago, runs Needles pleasure cruises. On the good ship Rambling Rose, which was built just across the water in Lymington in 1987, he carries hundreds of visitors a day around the extraordinary formation of natural chalk towers and the lighthouse at the far western tip of the Isle of Wight. The currents and tides are vicious round here, and you need to be an experienced seaman to cope with them.
All aboard! We built this boat about 15 years ago now. It's absolutely wonderful. You never feel so safe. She's a lovely, strong boat, no problems at all. Twin engine, just the job for this job.
Well, very good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard the Rambling Rose. Lovely afternoon for a trip out to the Needles Lighthouse. A little bit poor visibility, but we should stop the boat right underneath. You'll have plenty of time for all your photographs. The foghorn is running at the moment, so you'll probably find that quite annoying, the noise from the foghorn. You'll be able to regulate your conversation to blast every 30 seconds.
In the mornings, first trip out, we'd always toss the papers up for the lighthouse keepers. It is sad that they've finished out there now. It's all replaced by the microchip. It's never the same. They used to give the kids a nice friendly wave. There used to be 3 keepers on each shift out there. Got to know them fairly well.
And if anybody was wondering why this formation of chalk was actually called the Needles, there really is the most simple explanation. There used to be another huge pinnacle of chalk in this larger gap. The original Needle stood over 120 feet high, but it did have a hole right up in the very top of it that made it look just like the eye of the needle, and that's of course how the name originated.
The way the needles were formed starts off with the sea wearing away, of course, finds a softer spot of chalk, wears away, makes a little hole. Gradually that hole gets bigger, a cave is formed. Over the hundreds of years, the cave gets bigger and bigger, and then eventually it can't support the arch any longer, and the arches drop down. And that's how we end up with the individual chalk stacks. And then eventually the stacks fall, and we have stumps. Caves, then stacks, and then stumps.
Another 1,000 years, perhaps the Needles have been over today, we washed completely away. Perhaps have stacks moved back.
I love the sea, yeah. What other way is there, really? The minute I go inland, I get twitchy. I've got to be able to see the sea. And it's just a way of life.